a podcast to fill my brain. Movies and Task, Reddit, Minute of Sports, betting $1 and Joel the Game, Quora and questions from real listeners, all that and more on Joel the Podcast.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alex.
And I'm Alex.
This is our podcast.
Joel.
Welcome to episode 110. We are one away from the monumental number 111, so stay tuned for that next week.
I was thinking that 110 was pretty monumental, but yeah, 111, that's just going to be monumental.
Like 3 1s. Yeah, exactly. I don't think there's another word to describe it.
No, there really is not.
We are here, and it is 2 weeks since or 1 week since our last episode, probably. I'm sure.
When has it ever not been 1 week since our last episode?
Right, that's what I'm saying. As usual is what I was about to add.
Yeah, all right.
And so, I guess that's what it is. So, I don't remember how these episodes usually start. I mean, it's only been a week since our last episode, but somehow it's slipping my mind.
The episode
I guess we just go to the Sports Minute.
Yeah, first of all, we struggled for a little bit to remember how to start. Then we go to the Sports Minute. Then we ramble for about 15 or 20 minutes. Then we get into the episode.
Got it. All right. So you want to ramble a little bit, or you want to just go to the Sports Minute now?
Well, here's the thing. I think we could just go to the Sports Minute. We could just go to the Sports Minute.
All right. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up a timer. My watch. So I got this new watch. Let me ramble for a minute while I pull up the
perfect.
timer.
I got
this new watch. Okay, so here's what. Let me give the full story. Everyone wants the full long version of the story, right? So,
sure.
4 years ago, my parents gave me a smartwatch for graduating college.
I think I was
so
there.
Then about a year after
when that happened.
Yes, you were there. Ironically, yes. So about a year later, it broke. It stopped. The watch. I remember this is. Yeah, I think a year later or 2 years later or something. It stopped working. This is during COVID. The watch still worked. Still functioned. You could tell because it was connected to my phone still. Everything. The phone said, "Yeah, it's working. Everything's normal," but the screen wouldn't turn on. So eventually I sent it into the manufacturer and said, "Hey, this is not working." And after a long, 6 weeks, they finally fixed it and sent it back to me. And I was like, great. And then I became a missionary for a year, and I couldn't really use a smartwatch, so I switched over to my old watch, which is just a digital watch. And after that, I spent a year in seminary, which I couldn't use a smartwatch. So for the last 2 years, I've been using just my normal digital watch. And so I finished the year recently, and I was like, finally I can go back to my smartwatch. And 2 weekends ago, I went swimming in it, and it stopped working again in the exact same way. The screen won't turn on. I was just like, you know what, I'm done with this. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna buy a new smartwatch. But the problem is, the standard smartwatch. This part isn't necessary. The rest of the story was necessary. Standard smartwatches are expensive. They're $300-$400, $200-$400. They're not that valuable to me. It's only a little bit better than a digital watch, which is $40. So I ended up getting a refurbished budget level smartwatch, which is generally it's generally pretty good. I generally have no complaints. Except for one, I have one major complaint, which is this watch has no timer this is why it's relevant, by the way. This watch has no timer or stopwatch on it. And
That's
there's
like the
no
easiest
app you can
thing.
install that is a. I know, right? And actually, what's ironic is this watch has Amazon Alexa installed, and so I can actually start a timer by saying, "Hey Alexa, start a 1-minute timer," and that works. But I can't. There's no like inbuilt timer function. Anyway, that's my long sidetrack about my watch.
So in summary, your watch can't do the timing, but you just have something else that can do the timing. So that's what we're gonna do.
Yes, that's why it took me a minute. I had to pull up the timer on my phone. All right.
Right.
Anyway, let's do our sports minute. Here we go. Timer begins now. So, it's baseball season and nothing else. The MLB trade deadline passed since the last time we talked.
Are the Phillies doing
Phillies acquired a
good or
pitcher.
bad? Just in general.
Phillies are doing generally good. So they're doing better than they were at this time last year. They're about 9 or 10 games above 500, which is like 500 is like you have the same number of wins and losses. So they're doing fine. But the Braves, who are the number 1 team in their division, are like the best team in the whole MLB. So it's like they have no chance of like winning the division. But last year they went to the World Series as the 3rd wild card. So there's always hope. So anyway, that was a good use of a minute. We have about 4 seconds left. There's no other sports. Oh, there was tennis. Wait, I just want to take a minute to talk about tennis. Sorry, I'm extending the sports minute.
Okay.
So I never watched tennis. I've never watched tennis in my life before. And a couple weeks ago, it was Wimbledon. And I watched the other seminarian where I am with was interested in it. So I kind of watched some of the championship, not anything else, but it was like crazy. I was like so invested. I wasn't so invested, but I was very interested in this tennis game.
Yeah.
And by the way, tennis is so long. It's like each tennis game is really short, but they have to play like first to 7, and that's a set, and then they have to play like best of 7 sets or best of 7 sets. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it's just so many different games. But anyway, well to say is it was actually pretty exciting, and it was between like established star Djokovic and like this young new guy who I forgot his name, but the young new guy ended up like barely winning.
Yeah.
4 out of 7 sets. So that's all I wanted to say about tennis.
Congratulations to that guy.
Indeed. Okay, so do we have any emails this week?
So surprisingly, we do not have any emails this week. I was certain that we were going to have prompted some responses to our previous episodes, but so far our listeners are slacking, and I'm very disappointed in all of them at a deep personal level.
Right. And I just want to say, like, obviously, no, I've actually entirely what I was about to say just slipped my mind. So never mind. I don't want to say anything.
Well, let's say this then. There's a chance. It seems ridiculous, but there's
let's
some
say this
chance.
then. Oh wait, hold on. I don't remember.
So there's.
Sorry, say what you were gonna say.
It's possible. It's a long shot, but it's possible that our listeners didn't email us because they didn't remember how. Right. So.
Okay.
Why don't you remind everyone how to send us an email?
Right. Okay. So there's 2 main ways that people send emails. One is phone. One is computer. So computer's the easiest. So I'll start there. So first, you turn on your computer. Then it depends on your email service that you use, right? Like Gmail or Yahoo or whatever. So you open up a web browser, usually. Sometimes people have an application on their computer for this. So if you have an application, you open up that application. But if you use a website, open up a web browser. If you're using a website, then you type the address of the email provider in the bar and press enter.
Right.
Probably asks you to log in. So you log in. So now these are for both if it's an application or if it's a website. In both cases, you're going to look for a button that says like compose or new email or something like that and click on that. Then in the two, like where it's going to say who you want to write the email to, actually strike that. You probably don't know our email address. So in order to find our email address, you should go to our website. So even if you didn't open up a web browser in the beginning, now you're going to open it up. And you're going to type in this address in the bar, alexandalex@joelthepodcast.github.io/alexandalex@joelthepodcast.website/index.html. You're going to type that in and press enter. Then it'll take you to our website, at which point you can click on pretty much anything. And then it will open up your email, hopefully, with the address already inserted in there. And at that point, you would want to fill in the subject. Probably you just want to write, "I'm a dumbass." But that's up to you. And then whatever you want to write in the email, such as praising us, telling us how great we are, your bank account information because you want to give us all your money, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, preferably that one.
Or I guess if you have other things like questions or criticisms, or I guess we can look at that too.
Yeah, we tend to be pretty specific, I think, about like what we're asking people to email us about in response to. So I mean, some free form response is to be expected, but I'd say stick to the script if you're not sure what to write. Yeah, that shouldn't let you down.
If you're not sure what to write, just Google like some ASCII art and put it in the email. That'll be entertaining for us.
That'd be pretty good. You could ask ChatGPT to write an email to your favorite podcast, Alex and Alex at joelthepodcast.github.io/Alex and Alex at joelthepodcast.website/index.html. I wonder if that would work. Like, what would it do? Suppose I could try, but
yeah, or you could not.
Yeah.
Or you could try. I can't tell if you want to try. If you want to try, go try.
I feel like our listeners might try for me, which is what I am curious to know, and I'm curious to put a small amount of effort into it, but I would prefer that effort be reading an email rather than actually performing the test myself. So there you have it. That's your email subject this week.
Yeah. So in case you forgot how to send us an email, now you know.
Yeah, I think that was
all right. I guess
that was really comprehensive.
Go ahead.
Not really any reason to not send an email at this point, at least in my opinion there. So great. Glad we got that covered.
And your opinion is definitive, so.
That's true. We're not lawyers, so it's not a legal opinion, but
right. It's just a reality defining opinion.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool. Should we get into the episode?
Sure. I mean, it feels a little bit early to actually be talking actual content. We barely made it past the 10-minute mark, but I suppose we don't really have anything else to go off of at the moment.
It is relatively early in the podcast, that's true, but it's actually late in every other sense of the word. So why don't we just get into the episode?
Yeah, you are right. That's a good call. Let's go ahead and get started. So this is episode 110.
By the way, for our listeners, it's late. It's like at night when we're recording. This is what I was referring to, and I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Well, at least somewhat soon. So, So today will be. Sorry, I interrupted you before.
I was just saying it's episode 110 as we were thinking of what we were going to do this episode, we realized that for the past 15 or so episodes, we've been on this trend of recording an episode of Joel the Game every 5 episodes, and so we thought we would stick to that here today. And maybe, just maybe, this will be my shot at
There
the
would be riots if we didn't stick to our pattern.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we didn't know it was a pattern, but certainly all the listeners did, and they knew what to expect from this episode. And we commit categorically to absolutely never letting you down, with our 1 episode per week, strict timelines, and highest quality content.
Absolutely. Yeah, so Joel the Game. So in case you forgot what it is, so did we. I mean, no, we know what it is. So basically, if you forgot what it is, just go listen to the episode where we made it. We're just gonna get right into it. So it looks like I'm going first for some reason.
I think it's because I went first last time.
Got it. It's a good reason. Honestly, I'm amazed that we have a reason at all, much less a good one. So, here the first card that I'm flipping over is the 7 of Diamonds.
7
which gives
is
us Hangman.
Hangman, and so because it's your turn, you're the guesser. That means, what is this? 6 letters or fewer, 8 wrong guesses. Okay, so I need to come up with a Hangman word.
Yes, and while you're doing that, I will pick the points. I will select, obviously the first obvious choice is 8 points for this one. This one will be worth 8 points.
All right, perfect.
By the way, are we playing to 100 or 75?
I feel like we could probably play to 75 since, as you said, it's already pretty late. So let's just go ahead and commit to that now. It may turn out to be a shorter episode, but
Very good.
If we continue to ramble so much about everything, then it almost certainly won't be. So.
I'm sure we can make it long enough. All right. Come up with your word. So while you're thinking of the word, I'll remind the listeners that the word has to be, I think you probably just said this, but the word has to be 6 letters or fewer. And I get 8 wrong guesses? That seems like a lot, but okay.
Yeah, I think we may have tried to make that a bit more fair following lots of unsuccessful hangmans, but I could be remembering completely wrong. Anyway, I've got my word.
We'll see. Maybe it'll be super easy.
Yep.
It's 5 letters for those who can't see it, which is everyone except me.
Yep. So you're clearly looking at the right spot then. So go ahead when you're ready.
E.
Okay. Well, immediately right off the bat, there is an E in this word. It's in the last letter.
Okay, let's go with looks like there should probably be another vowel in here, so O.
There is no O in the word. That's one wrong guess.
I.
There's no I. That's 2 wrong guesses.
A.
There is an A. It is the middle letter.
Okay. Reminds me of. Never mind. I'll say it at the end. Okay. Let's go with R.
There is no R.
Right,
that's 3 wrong guesses.
S.
There's an S. It is the first letter. So we have S blank A blank E.
I don't know if you intentionally did. This was really reminding me of a Jake and Amir bit. Okay, let's see. Go with T.
There is no T. That's 4 wrong guesses. You're halfway there.
Go with N.
There's also no N.
And the Jake and Amir reference.
Snake.
Let's go with steak. Anyway, let's go with what could this realistically be? There's a lot of options as part of the problem. Let's go with P, like panda.
Uh-oh. There is a P. It's the second letter, so we have S-P-A blank E with 3 guesses remaining.
Right, so it's spade or spare or spake is technically a word, although I would be surprised if you picked that. Go with R.
You've already guessed
Oh, I already
R.
guessed R. Sorry.
Is that a sixth wrong?
So if you want it to be, let's go with D.
Okay, well, I suppose it doesn't matter because D is correct.
Yeah, that's why I was like, if you want it to be an extra wrong guess, that's fine. I'm like 1 letter away from getting it. All right.
Yeah,
6
that
wrong
one was going to be
guesses.
tricky. So we've got to pull a modifier now.
So
I think I do that. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. There you go. It is the 2 of clubs.
Plus 5
which means
points to
plus
random.
5 for random. I've got a die here. I'll roll it, and if I get an even number, those points go to me. If I get an odd number, those points go to you.
All right, let's see.
I rolled a 2. I just said even was
so
me,
you.
right?
Yeah.
Incredible.
All right, so I get 8 for the game, and you get 5 for nothing. All right. Your turn.
Absolutely correct. Here's the next game.
Go ahead and pick a game. King, Alex's choice. Gotta love that.
Uh-oh.
Let's go with. Okay, can you remind me of what movie True or False is? I don't even remember what that is.
I also kind of don't remember what that is because we also have the guess the movie where you give a set of clues. But movie True or False.
Maybe it was I have a vague recollection of I say a fact about a movie and then you have to guess whether it's true or false or something like that.
I mean, that's as good a guess as any, right? That seems like an interesting
Let's play number. Let's just hope we never draw 3. Let's play number 5. The Price is Right, but not prices.
All right. So as it is my turn, I think I need to come up with the category, right? Or the
yes
thing that we're guessing.
And also the points.
And also the points. So before I come up with anything, let me go ahead and make the obvious choice, which is 8. Oh, let me absolutely fail at copying and pasting an 8. And okay.
Type the number 8.
Suppose I could, but that seems overly complicated.
What's your category, your topic, your thing we're guessing?
All right, the thing we're guessing is the number of minutes of video added to YouTube every day.
Do you think that's something we can look up?
I feel like I've heard people talk about this statistic before. So hopefully we can in some way.
All right. So it's number of minutes of video added to YouTube every day.
Yes.
Is that it? Okay. All right. I'm going to type my answer into a notepad here. Number of minutes of video added to YouTube. I actually have no idea, like, what even the ballpark for this would be.
It's got to be ludicrous, right? But how
Yeah.
ludicrous?
My goodness. And yeah, this is interesting. All right, I'll guess. I have no clue. I'm just gonna guess this number. This could be wildly too low or wildly too high. And I'm gonna look at the.
All right, I've made my guess also. I've written it on an envelope that I have sitting here on my desk. So when you're ready, I will search for this answer and you can reveal your answer. What is happening?
Sorry, can you hear me?
I can now. It sounded like your phone was under the sink or something.
That is correct. My phone is overheating, so I just ran it under some water.
Wait, that was real?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my recording stopped. So hold on, I have to start it back up again. I think what happened was my phone is overheating, so the internet. I'm running the internet off my phone right now. And so wow, it's still really hot. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna run under the sink some more. This should be fine until the end. All right, so okay, new recording. All right, so I don't know exactly how you're gonna bother stitching this together. Maybe you'll just use the Skype audio, but anyway, I just started the recording again. So in case the listeners don't have any idea what happened, my phone was overheating. And now it's possible that my microphone is covered with water. So
yeah, we'll find out how
audio.
this.
I'm just gonna stop this right now, and we'll just use the Skype audio.
Give up and use Skype. All right.
Anyway, so did you make your guess?
I did make my guess. At what point? What's the last thing you heard from me? I guess.
Last thing I heard was we both went to go and start making a guess.
Okay, so I have written down my guess on this envelope on my desk. I've got the correct answer calculated. I was able to find a source that talks about how much video is uploaded every minute.
I also have a correct answer, so we'll have to see if they match. But the answer that I guess is not even close, so it probably won't matter.
Okay. So I guess let's establish the correct answer then. This first source that I found says that there are 500 hours of video uploaded every minute, which works out to 43.2 million minutes of video per day.
Okay, this source that I have says something wildly different. It says, on average,
Perfect.
more than 150,000 new videos are uploaded to YouTube every minute, adding up to around 330,000 hours of video content per minute.
That's ludicrous. What? What?
Okay, what is your source?
This is from techjury.net. The article is called "How Many Videos Are Uploaded on YouTube Every Day." There's also this Wise Owl page.
Okay, this
YouTube
Wise Owl
stat.
page is what I'm looking at. There's two, so it's just a bunch of questions about YouTube. There's two, one after the other. One of them says, how many videos are uploaded to YouTube every minute? It says an average of 2,500 new videos are uploaded to YouTube every minute, amounting to 183 hours of video content. Then the following question is, how many videos are uploaded to YouTube every hour? On average, more than 150,000 new videos are uploaded to YouTube every minute. I think they just meant hour and they didn't type that in correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, okay. Whatever answer you just said is, I'll take that as the correct answer. So repeat the answer.
Okay, so we're agreed then that the correct answer, at least as far as we're going with, is 43.2 million minutes of YouTube videos added to YouTube every day.
I'm now kind of embarrassed to say my answer. What did you say?
All right, my answer was actually pretty reasonable given what the correct answer is. I said 10.2 million.
Nice.
I'll show you
Very
the
good.
envelope just as proof. You
I
can see that I.
You crossed out what you originally wrote, and then once you saw the answer, you wrote down the 10.2 million. Yeah, no, I see that.
Well, no. If you
No,
look
I'm
closer,
kidding,
what I
obviously.
wrote at first was also 10.2 million. I just wrote it really badly.
It's like a magic trick where you make it seem like it didn't work, but then you like reveal that it actually worked all along. Now my embarrassing answer, which I'm going to delete right now, is 10,000.
Ooh,
minutes.
yeah.
So I really had no idea, and I was like, probably just better to guess on the low end, because if you go over it, you lose.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, that's a big dub for you.
Yes. Give me those
And
8 points, baby.
we will draw the next card from my deck, which is the Jack of Diamonds.
Jack of Diamonds means random point selection.
Okay, so rather than getting 8 points, you will be getting. So I'm gonna put the 8 back here, and when I press enter above your column, that random thing should switch to a random thing, and then that'll be what it is. What does
and
yours
I think
say
it's
right
actually
now?
it's actually random client side. Mine both
Yeah.
say 5 at the moment.
Okay, mine is 3 and 5, so we'll do whatever it says on your side.
Okay, perfect.
Here we go.
Okay, it remained at 5.
They both did?
No, yours switched to 10, but
Okay,
mine remained at 5.
Just want to make sure they updated. All right, so 5.
It did work. I
So you will
once
get
again
5
failed
points.
to copy paste this.
You don't have to copy, just delete it and type 5 in the other box.
Okay, fine. I'll do that now. That's just.
So I remain at 8 and you go up to 10.
All right, I took the lead and I will never relinquish it.
Until you're at 99.
Full take of the episode. Until I'm at 99. Oof. Well, no, it'd be 74, right? I would take a lead all the way to 99.
Yeah, 74, that's right. All right.
All right, what's our next game?
Our next game is 3. Wow, of course, the one I said we were not going to get. We didn't really get it.
All right, movie true and false. Let's just pretend it's the thing that you said, where I will tell you some fact about a movie, and you'll have to say whether it's true or false. And in fact, I seem to remember that you may even pick which movie this is about.
Oh, yeah.
Is that familiar?
Because you can look at the Wikipedia page and come up with any obscenely obscure fact that you want, or make up any. It's like I don't think it helps. I mean, I'll say a movie.
Yeah.
Why don't we go with the movie? What's the movie that I know a lot about? Not really any movies that I know a lot about. Let's go with the movie Knives Out. I should just say a movie. Knives Out. 2019, I think it was.
Yeah, correct. What a good movie. Have you seen Glass Onion? Have we talked about this?
I have seen it. I don't think maybe we talked about it before. I don't know. If
Yeah, for
have.
those that are unfamiliar, the Glass Onion is the sequel to Knives Out. And I say sequel, but really it's just a different story, also featuring the detective Benoit Blanc from the original from Knives Out. So, anyway, you wanna talk about something while I skim through this article real quick and find something?
Sure. I guess I'll just talk about Glass Onion.
Yeah, go for it.
So basically, I loved Knives Out. Knives Out is one of my favorite movies. Just I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, go see it. But really great storytelling, twists. Everything is really well done. Excuse me. And I think Daniel Craig does a great job as Benoit Blanc. But so my problem with the sequel, I mean, I liked it. The sequel's good. To me, it just was like definitely not at the level of Knives Out. And to me, it really boils down to just like it wasn't like the story wasn't as well constructed. Like the first one, the story is so well constructed. And okay, slight spoilers of the first one. Basically, it's a murder mystery, and they like halfway through the movie they like tell you the twist and who did it, and you're like, wait, what? And so then you spend the rest of the movie like you're reeling, and then there's another twist, and you have to just like you think you kind of know what's happening, and then I don't know, it's very well done. And so this time with this movie, like there was a twist at the end. But I kind of expected there to be more. Like it was just kind of like a standard twist. My expectations were too high from the first one. So anyway, how's it going over there?
I just thought of something, so I need to do a little bit of research to find out the correct answer so that I can give you maybe that or maybe not that. We're real
dang
close.
It, I thought I was going to entrap you. Okay. Yeah, so it's 11:24 p.m.
Okay, I am ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so this another, slight spoiler for the movie. Obviously, we have to do something about this, but the main character who is murdered / commits suicide leaves his inheritance to the caretaker, Marta, rather than his family, which is one of the central conflicts of the movie. So this inheritance consists of the publishing house where he published his works. The victim was an author. His mansion, the rights to all the written works, and a pretty significant amount of cash. So true or false, the amount of cash in the inheritance is greater than $25 million.
Okay. Yes, I remember all of that. For a second, I thought you were talking about Glass Onion, or supposed to be talking about Glass Onion, and I was like, wait, this is all from Knives Out, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Yes. So the amount of money, 25 million, greater than 25 million. I think that is true.
You are correct.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot to pick the points, but
we'll
just do it.
Well,
We'll just do random for that. So, but I got it right.
Sure.
Excellent. Winner, Alex. And when I press
Yeah,
enter,
so-
whatever I see as the points will be the points. It's 8. That should. Oh no, 10. Excuse me, 10. The 8 is for you. 10.
Right.
And give us a
Well
modifier.
done. Modifier is
9 of
9
diamonds, which is plus 5 points to loser. I feel like this is rigged.
Incredible. I really just have every card face up in front of me, and I'm showing you the ones that I want.
All right, so I go up to 18. You go up to 15. I retake the lead, unfortunately, for your statement immediately preceding this
yeah.
round that you were not going to relinquish the lead.
Immediately.
So what was the real
All right.
amount, by the way?
The real amount was $60 million.
Okay. Sweet. All right, so why don't your turn now, draw a card for the next game.
Here it is.
Queen, that is going to be Nathan's choice.
Oh, incredible. All right, I am going to choose. Oh man, I don't want to do the ones that we've already done, but I think they're the ones that I like best. I'm going to choose Family Feud. 3 wrong guesses to name 2 of the top 5.
All right. So you are going to be the guesser since it is your turn.
Yep.
All right. I know what I'm going to pick.
Okay, before you say it, I am going to make this game worth 5 points.
All right. I just want to look and make sure this is something that you might actually have a chance of getting. Okay. This is very interesting. Okay, you probably would not be able to get this, so let me come up with. I was going to have you guess the top. See if you could guess any of the top 5 YouTube channels by subscribers.
Oh.
But
I mean, is
what?
I might be able to guess, like, is Mr. Beast one of the top 5?
Yes. So you there's 2 of these that you definitely could have gotten.
Yeah.
But 3 you've definitely never heard of. So
Sure.
I'm gonna pick something else.
All right.
Okay.
While you work on that, I'll share my thoughts. Oh, are you done?
I have what it is. So this is a little
Okay.
unorthodox. It's a little
All right.
unorthodox. But I'm gonna do bottom 5 instead of top 5.
Ooh, okay. I mean, fair enough. You could just restate the category in such a way that. Anyway, what is it?
So the category is the 5 youngest people to become president of the United States at the time they were elected.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Okay.
So that's it.
So my first guess, and I'm pretty sure this is number 1 on the list, youngest person to be elected president, is JFK.
Okay, John F. Kennedy is number 2 on the list.
Oh, really?
43 years, 236 days old, elected president. So you got 1.
Interesting. Who is younger than that? Okay. And let me think. How old was Obama, and how old were others? Like, is he really going to be top 5? I've got 3 wrong guesses, so I guess I'm just going to go ahead and say, is Obama on the top 5?
Obama is number 5. Yes.
Oh,
47 years, 169 days. So you did it. You want to try and guess the last 3?
Yeah, I'll keep trying. I want to say that one, if not more, of like the very early presidents were pretty young because, I mean, they were not old guys when they were working on, the revolution and stuff. That was a poor way to phrase that. But anyway, I'm gonna try. Is Thomas Jefferson in the top 5?
Thomas Jefferson is not in the top 5. I have to scroll down a long way to even find him. He's way down
Ouch,
here.
okay.
It's not even ranked. He was 57 years, 325 days when he was elected president.
All right, basically ancient. So, okay, I came out strong with my first 2 guesses, and now I'm struggling to think of young people. So let's go backwards. It was not Biden. It was not Trump. It was Obama. We already guessed Obama. It was not Bush Jr. I don't think Bill Clinton was. Maybe Bill Clinton was kind of young. Probably not top 5 young though. Bush Sr.
Are you really going to go through every president, or?
No, I'm not going to go. I might as well give up for the sake of time. I don't have any other good guesses.
Yes. So number 5 was Barack Obama, 47 years, 169 days. Number 4, Ulysses S. Grant, 46 years, 311 days. Number 3, you should have trusted your gut, Bill Clinton, 46 years, 154 days. Number 2, John F. Kennedy, 43 years, 236 days. And number 1, the age of 42 years and 322 days, Theodore Roosevelt.
That's it, yeah.
So you are the winner here.
However, what's our modifier?
Our modifier is Jack of Spades.
Jack of Spades. Jack is still random point selection, every Jack.
Not Jack of Spades, actually.
Oh, 2 through Queen of Spades is nothing.
Is nothing. So that
nothing
is nothing.
Is incredible. So for the 4th turn in a row, despite losing 2 of these games, I have gained 5 points.
So the score is now 18-20. You take back the lead.
Yep.
And it is my turn. So for our next game, I draw the 4 of Spades.
4 is concentration.
All right. So I guess I'll pick a category. Excuse me. And a point value. Let me pick a point value first. We'll go with 5.
Did you just copy paste that?
No, I just deleted it and typed 5.
Why is it bold?
I don't know. These probably are all formatted as bold. Like if I type 56 here. Nope, not bold. All right. Well.
I'm pretty sure you just copy pasted that.
I really didn't. I really just pressed delete. And why would I lie about that?
All right. What's the category?
Category is go with too hard. Go with
someday we'll sit down and like pre-generate a bunch of these, but
that would be smart. Let's go with I feel like everything I think of is something that we've done in the past.
In a much more real sense, we will absolutely never sit down and pre-generate some of these. Yet we'll continue to crank out Joel the Game episodes every 5.
All right, this will be a tough one. Let's go with state. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Let's go with state capitals.
State capitals. All right.
You just say the name of the city. You don't have to say the state.
Yep.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
All right. Harrisburg.
Madison.
Albany.
Lansing.
Nope, I lost. All right. I thought of 2.
Incredible.
The state that I'm from and the state that I'm in right now. All right.
Same.
Hit us with that modifier.
All right. Certainly something that won't give me points because I need to go up by 5 again.
Nope. Round points gained to nearest 10. Obviously, the modifier couldn't do anything but help you.
You're absolutely correct. I'll take it. I will break that trend.
All right, so that leaves me at 18 still and moves you up to 30. Next game, Nathan,
Yes.
give it to us.
Here it is.
7. Hangman.
Hangman, and I am the guesser this time. I am going to
Yes.
make this a 15-point game. I'm feeling confident.
All right, I also picked a 5-letter word, so go ahead and give it a try.
All right, my first guess is O.
There is no O.
Okay. I.
Third letter. Blank, blank, I, blank, blank.
Blank, blank, I, blank, blank. S.
S is the first letter. S blank, I, blank, blank.
S blank, I, blank, blank. How about N?
No N. 2 wrong
No
guesses.
N. Okay. What about E?
E is the last letter. S blank,
Ooh.
I blank, E.
S blank, I blank, E. It could be.
I'm not liking how fast you're getting this.
What about T?
E is the fourth letter.
All right, we've got
S
S
blank, I, T,
blank,
E.
ite. And is the last letter P?
Nope.
It is not spite. It could be. Hold on. Got to look at the
You
alphabet
gotta
real
look up
quick.
a picture of the alphabet. It is one of the letters in the alphabet. I will give you that.
It better be. Um, suppose it could be smite. I think it almost has to be. So I'm gonna guess M.
It is not M.
It's not M.
Aru.
Okay. S. Uh, S.
Just do what I did and just guess the 4 letters that you've already guessed, but again. Maybe they'll be right this time.
I could certainly try that. So it's not spite or smite. Is skite a word? Is stite? Spite?
It's probably Sisite. Just an extra S for emphasis.
S again? Yeah, that's probably true. Oh, it's is it you?
Yes, it is. Very
Sweet.
good job. Sweet.
I was ignoring the vowel. Oh, no, hold on. This picture of the alphabet doesn't have a U in it. I'm
Can you
I'm
please share
looking
your
at I'm looking
screen?
at it's not on I'm on my desktop and my laptop at the same time, but it's a picture from the
Send me a
Wikipedia
link to the
article of
image.
the Latin alphabet.
Oh, because in
Hold on,
Latin there's no U.
exactly. I'll just look it up again. I can't believe looking at a picture of the alphabet actually let me down.
Well, you still got it.
I mean, yeah, but I probably looked kind of dumb for a second.
Did you you made this worth 15. Wow. Be good for you.
That is pretty good, and luckily there's no way that the modifier will do anything but help.
Of course not. And the modifier that I drew is the 10 of hearts, which is round points gained to nearest 10, of course.
Incredible.
I remain at 18. You get 20 points. You go up to 50. Wow. This is a true shellacking.
Finally. There you go. I've sent you the link.
Thank you. That's so funny. No J either. You're lucky there was no J in it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. There's never a J. Let's be real. All right, give us the game. What do we got?
The game is 8. Tongue twisters.
Tongue twisters. Yeah, I mean, all right. This is where the comeback begins.
All right. Let's do number 8 on this website.
Oh, is there a link in the thing? There is a link in
Yes,
the
it's a
thing.
link to the thing. Let me just pull up my stopwatch. So, do you want to go first? Or do you want to go second?
Hold on. I'm still getting a stopwatch up also. I will go first. That way there's no pressure for me to beat some specific time and I can just flub this as badly as I want. And there's no
Great. And do you
immediate
remember
embarrassment.
what we usually do for a penalty? If you
I think a
mess
1
up?
second,
I think
1 second
is
penalty
right.
every time you make a mistake.
Sounds good.
Am
All
I
right, so
allowed
you
to
just-
read this in advance? Or
I'm trying not.
how does it
I'm
work?
trying not to read it. I feel like. I mean, yeah, you can. I don't know. I don't know what we usually do. You want to read it in advance?
Yeah, I'll read it. Otherwise, it's just
All
going
right,
to train
I'll read
wreck.
it too.
Okay.
Careful, if you mess up this one. If you mess up this one, you could easily say something inappropriate.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
I know.
Guarantee you.
All right, are you ready?
All right, I am ready. I am going to
As
begin.
you start, I'll start the time.
Okay. Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits, and where she sits, she shines.
Nicely done. I don't think you made any mistakes. 4.75 seconds.
Excellent. Pretty pleased with that.
My laptop is needing to be plugged in, so I'm just walking over to get my plug. I need to unzip this pocket of my backpack. All right. Are you ready to time me?
I am ready when you are.
Plugged in. Here we go. Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits, and where she sits, she shines.
Wow, well done. I accidentally double tapped the stop button, but I did see in that instant that you did that in 4.18 seconds.
Nice.
So, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Tongue twisters is where I make my money, and I forgot to give it a point value. As usual.
20 points.
When I press enter, we'll see what I get. 10. All right. And the modifier?
There you go.
Jack of clubs. That's going to be random point selection. So rather than 10, I will get I have to change something. 15. Oh, that's really lucky.
Ooh. All right.
That's really I don't know what just happened. Sorry. Okay, so random selection. I tried to type, but I had Skype selected. Anyway, it hit the call. All right, so it's your turn. Give us the game.
All right. Before I do real quick, you've gotten quieter for some reason. I don't know if that's your moving or what.
Maybe it's I'm trying to be slightly quieter because there is a person in the room behind me, and it's
Gotcha.
late. I'm still audible though.
Yeah, you're audible. That's fair enough then. Here's the game. 3 is movie true or false again.
You get it twice. Love it. All right.
All
Well,
right.
you're the guesser now, so give me a movie.
All right. I'm gonna give you the original Pirates of the Caribbean movie, the Curse of the Black Pearl.
Very well. All right. Talk about something while I look at this.
All right. So the reason this movie comes to mind, I was actually talking to my brother recently, and he mentioned that while he was sick recently, a few weeks ago, I don't know, he watched this movie for what he's fairly sure was the first time ever. But at some point during the movie, he was watching it with, I think he was watching it with a friend or something. I don't remember the exact story. But at some point, he's thinking to himself, like, I know I haven't seen this movie before, but the stuff that's happening seems kind of familiar. And he asked the person that he was watching with, like, hey, is this how the movie ends? And they were like, yeah, that's exactly how the movie ends. Are you sure you haven't seen this before? And that's the end of the story. Apparently, he had sort of seen it before and just didn't remember. And also, because you're still looking, I'm trying to think of something else to talk about related to this movie franchise. This first movie, I think, is really good. The next couple movies are pretty good. But what happens in general, this is not a particularly, like...
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, great, because that was about to get really boring. What's up?
Okay, good. Okay, so I'm trying to intentionally think of something that's not just like a number, because I think those ones are...
Sure.
So this is true. This movie was nominated for 5 Academy Awards for people in this movie or whatever.
Sure.
And so I'm going to tell you, this may be true or false, what those 5 were. They were Best Actor for Johnny Depp, Best Makeup, Best Sound Editing, Best Sound Mixing, and Best Visual Effects. True or false, those are the things that this was nominated as an Academy Award for.
This is a
Best
good
Actor,
one.
Best Makeup, Best Sound Editing, Best Sound Mixing, and Best Visual Effects.
So I 100% believe that this was nominated for Best Actor, Best Makeup. I mean, it seems super plausible that sound mixing and sound... What was the other one? Effects?
Sound Editing and Sound Mixing.
Sound editing and sound mixing. Those things seem pretty plausible, like both of those things I think are, decently good in this movie as far as I can remember, having seen it probably a few years ago at this point, but it's a quality movie. And the final one...
Sorry, before you actually guess, why don't you pick a point value?
Oh, good call. I guess since I know so much about this, I'm also going to just do a random selection here. Did it work? Oh, yeah, there it goes. It was just lagging. Okay, so we're going to go with a randomly selected 5 points.
Very good. Now, take your guess.
And now my guess. So I think all of these things are fairly plausible for this movie to have been nominated for. You did say them all very confidently, listed them very quickly. That's a point in favor of this being true. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is true. Those are the 5 things.
That is correct. Those are the 5 things. That is true.
Excellent.
I was hoping you would think that sound mixing and sound editing were just the same thing, and that I just made one up.
I almost said that. I was going to say, like, I feel like sound mixing and sound editing are basically the same thing, but I should have made that comment. It would have made this discussion more interesting. Anyway, hit us with that modifier.
The modifier is 6 of spades.
Six of spades is nothing. Okay. We've got a score right now of 33 for Alex and 55 for me. I am 20 points shy.
All right, let's see. The next game will be Ace.
Ace
Hunt.
is Wikipedia Hunt. So I am.
We'll try and get to.
my-
We'll try and get to World Series of Poker.
Okay. Starting
That
for
is a
me.
page.
Great.
Where are you starting?
I'm starting from. I'm taking a second to try and figure this out. Erythrolampris triscalis, which is a 3-scaled ground snake. The article is literally 2 sentences long, and this is going to be an interesting one.
I'm starting from De Graft (parentheses crater), which is a crater on Mercury.
A crater on Mercury. They name all the craters on Mercury? That's wild. All right.
Yes. Are you
Ready when you are.
Set. Go.
All right, I'm going to this country where the snake is from. That if I say it, I'm guaranteed to pronounce it wrong. That way I can try and find in culture or possibly sports. Ooh, that's promising. Okay, I can get to Major League Baseball.
That's pretty good.
This is going well.
At United States.
Now I can find the World Series, I bet. And then I can get to World Series disambiguation.
Uh-oh.
And from there I can get to the World Series of Poker.
Good job. Give us the full run.
Yeah, so we're starting at Erythrolampus triscalis. And then we are headed toward Curacao, the country. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. From there we go to Little League Baseball. No, sorry, Major League Baseball, which was right after Little League. Major League Baseball to World Series disambiguation. And finally the World Series of Poker.
Cool. Obviously, I forgot to pick a point value, so I just randomly did it and got 5. So my path was from De Graft Crater to International Astronomical Union to Non-Governmental Organization to United States Agency for International Development to Federal Government of the United States to video games in the United States, at which point I lost.
Yeah, well, you were closing in for sure, because I saw several on the World Series pages, several video game related things. Anyway, here is our modifier.
10 of diamonds. That's going to be plus 5 points to loser. Excellent. Finally helps me.
All right, I'll take it though.
And you go up to 60.
Yeah, we are closing in. 15 points away. We are playing 10.
Quick memorize.
Ooh, I feel like I'm good at quick memorize.
Give us a point value.
All right, I'm going for it all. This is going to be a 15-point game. And I believe the way this works is we take turns alternating words. Is that right?
Yes. Whoever gets
After
one wrong first loses.
10-second, what's it called? Time to memorize?
Yes.
Okay, so this link just opens up a page, so I'm going to Control F on that page for chapter 3, which of course takes me to the table of contents, which is links. So I suppose that's good. We can just click on the link to chapter 3. That'll take us there. The 10 seconds can begin, and then we're good. Yeah.
So scroll into chapter 1. See how it says chapter 1 and then a heading, My Uncle Makes a Great Discovery, and then it starts?
Yeah.
Presumably all of the chapters will have that. So what are we actually memorizing? The main text? Does it include the header? Like
Yeah, gotcha. So presumably it'll say chapter 3, an astounding discovery, and then the paragraph will begin underneath. We'll start with the paragraph. Forget about the headers.
Good. Are you ready?
So I am ready. You got a timer?
Yep. Set. Go. Time's up. All right. So you start.
What
Is
the
matter
cried
the
cook
entering
the
room
when
will
master
have
his
dinner?
the
I have no idea if that's right. I'm just going to challenge that because I have no idea.
Okay, I also have no idea whether that's right.
It's not.
It's not
When
right.
will Master have his dinner? Never.
Never. Incredible. All right, well you win this game. However, show us the modifier.
We both memorized the entire first line and nothing else.
Usually that's a pretty reliable strategy.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Usually I lose before that. All right.
Yeah.
Modifier is King of Clubs. That's plus 10 to winner. Wow.
Oh no. So you just earned 25 points there, which means this game is 63 to 60.
Wow.
You've taken.
That's awesome. I wish there was a point value that was exactly 12 points. All right.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Our next game is
That's ridiculous.
Our next game is going to be Ace again. Wikipedia hunt again.
Wikipedia hunt. Okay.
We'll try to get to the color orange. I'm starting on Ermitten-sur-Beurt, which is a village in Belgium.
Value if you haven't.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we'll do 10 points. Do I have a 10 point that I can do? Yes, I do.
Okay, and the article is called Orange parentheses color.
Great.
Right. My article is San Luca a Via Prenestina. The Church of St. Luke the Evangelist is a church of Rome. Wow, there are very few links on this page too.
All right, are you ready?
All right. I'm ready when you are.
Set. Go.
Okay, literally all of my links are people, so I'm just going to click on the first one. Cardinal of the Roman Catholic Church.
Sorry, I'm already at red.
Oh no.
And here it is, orange color.
Wow. All right, how'd you do it?
I went from Ermenten-sur-Beurt, which is, like I said, a village in Belgium, to flag of Belgium, to red, to orange.
Wow. Well done. You've earned your 10 points. However, those 10 points are hit with this modifier.
2 of hearts. Round points gained to nearest 10. Why does that only help you and never me?
Okay, no effect there. Incredible.
So I'm up to 73. A mere 2 points away from winning. You are
Stupid.
still somehow at 60.
I cannot believe it.
And probably for the last round, let's see it.
Yeah. Here's our game.
To be the queen, which is Nathan's choice. Your chance of redemption.
Ooh, I can go down on my own terms. I am going to say this is all going to come down to a game we have not yet played. 10 questions, but with some starter facts. I am the guesser.
How many
You
points?
go ahead and think of something. This is going to be a 20-point game. This will be it one way or another.
Wow. Okay. Go hard or go home. 10 questions with some starter facts. So wait, do I come up with something and give you some starter facts, or do we come up with like a category in general and then I pick something?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I think we kind of like discussed some starter facts together. Like if I said this should be an athlete and they should be currently active in their sport. You know, for example.
Active in their sport. Yes. Is that what you want to do?
Let's do that if that feels fair to you. We could even say can
I do some?
Go ahead.
I was saying, can I do some research?
Sure. As you do that, I'll propose that if currently active is too high a barrier, then active at least to some extent since the year 2000 or something like that.
Yeah. Why don't we do that?
Open up the window. Okay.
So I will pick. I want to pick someone that you probably know at least. Let's go with. I honestly don't know how large your expansive knowledge is. Guys, famous enough.
I suppose to give you some context that certainly won't be helpful at all, I have kind of like the pop culture knowledge of current sports and then like very random knowledge of the past maybe 20 to 30 years of sports, in that like I may know some very specific obscure things and just not know other things that, you know, may have been common knowledge. So I've only actively paid attention to sports the past like 10 years or so.
I have one. I think there is a decent chance that you will know who this person is.
Okay. I feel like you probably have a solid sense of that. And my first question will then be, is this athlete male?
Yes. One question.
Yes. Do they play one of either basketball or American football?
They do not. That's 2 questions.
Okay. What did I just say? Basketball, football? Okay, so they may be a hockey player. They could be a golfer. It could be tennis. We did just talk about tennis. Is this person either a hockey player, golfer, or tennis player?
They are not. That's 3.
None of those things either. Okay, what other sports are there? I guess there's soccer. Let's see, soccer. It could be like racing. Oh, it could be baseball. I don't think I've said anything about baseball yet, have I? I feel like it's risky. I feel like it's kind of risky to ask about baseball specifically, but I feel like if I can't narrow down the sport, I really don't have much of a shot. Is this person was this person a baseball player?
Yes.
Yes.
That's 4
Okay,
questions.
that's good. Is this player actively playing in the MLB?
No, that's 5.
No. Okay. Did this person play for the Phillies?
No, that's 6.
What was the answer? I didn't hear.
No, this person did
They
not
did
play
not.
for the Phillies.
Okay. Okay. Was this person?
By the way, Slash is not currently playing. We have not established that this person
Sure.
is a former player versus a current player.
Okay. What was my train of thought just then? Is this person known for their batting abilities primarily, as opposed to known for their, pitching, for example, or fielding abilities?
Yes.
Batting, yes or no?
7.
Yes, batting.
Batting, yes. Yeah, that's 7.
Okay. Is this person associated with a steroid scandal?
Yes.
Yes.
That's 8.
That's 8. Okay. So coming to mind, I believe Sammy Sosa meets this criteria.
Is that a guess?
No, I'm just thinking aloud to myself and to the viewer, so that they can be amazed by my deep baseball knowledge, or possibly laugh at me if I'm wrong.
As we know, all of our listeners also have deep baseball knowledge, so
that's fair. Please email us if you know any of these people we're talking about. I think also Mark McGwire would fit in this category. I've got 2 questions left, and I don't know if I have any other person that comes to mind. So I think I'll use my 2 questions on making those 2 guesses. Is it Sammy Sosa?
no.
Is it Mark McGwire?
It's not.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right, so that's 10 questions. You want to guess?
That was 10 questions. All right, let me think. Who else was?
I was going to put my name in the winner column here while you're thinking.
Yep. Who? Okay. What's the other guy? There's another guy, right? Barry Bonds.
It is not Barry Bonds.
It's not Barry Bonds. Okay, who is it?
It is Manny Ramirez. Have you ever heard of him?
Okay, I've heard that name. It's not one that comes to mind as readily as the others, but I've heard that for sure. So
very good. All right.
Well done. Let's hope this
Thank
modifier can save me.
Last modifier of the game is 2 of hearts.
Round points gained to nearest 10.
Of course.
No problem.
Help.
So with a final score of 93-60, this one ends just about as predictably as you could expect.
And by the way, that brings our all-time record to Alex 12, Nathan 2. It's actually wild. Like,
it's so absurd.
Especially if you looked at this game, like, really, you dominated most of the game. It was just at the end, I won a 15, 10, and 20-point rounds to close it out.
Yeah, I was pushing hard because I was ahead by so much, but that quick memorized 25-point swing.
Problem is, yeah, we actually won similar numbers of rounds. You just won 5 of the rounds that you won out of 6 were worth 5 points.
Yeah. Well, that's the way that it goes. That's Joel the game. You don't like it, change the rules, because we made it up.
Indeed. All right. Well, I think that brings us to the end of the episode. Wow, an hour 24 minutes in. I'm glad we only played to 75.
I mean, honestly, playing to 100 at this point is probably just one more game's worth of action, the way this has been going. But
Yes.
anyway, let's wrap it up.
So that kind of brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you for listening, everybody. If you have any comments or suggestions or questions, send them to our email, which we previously described how to get to. Otherwise, have a great week, day, night, month, whatever. And I guess I should go to the normal outro, which is thanks for listening, everybody. I'm Alex.
I'm Alex.
And this is our podcast.
Joel.